Time, our second play, an older gentleman has left puberty in the dust. And now Bill Brucker will narrate our second play.
Our second play is One More Time by Jerry Burney. The location is a city park with nearby houses. The time is present. The characters are Robert, an old man played by Bob McSpadden. Black, a slick man dressed in all black played by Chris Harvey. The woman, played by Gwen Fortner. And the young man, 20-something man, Ken Newman. And I'm the narrator, Bill Brucker. The story summary is, and I thought you were talking to yourself. Scene 1, daytime. Scene is a park with a bench. Robert, gray thinning hair, slightly stooped, walks across the grass, hands behind his back.
Chill in the air. Summer's my time. The sun sheds its warmth, and the girls shed their clothes. But they are not for me. The girls these days give it away to greasy kids with pimples and tattoos.
Robert looks skyward.
Oh, Lord, what I wouldn't give to feel that hot, young flesh again. Breasts to set my hands afire. A girl who loved me just for me. Oh, dear God, just one more time.
Robert sits awkwardly on the bench next to a man in black, slender, with black slick back hair.
Arthritis, old timer?
Just a little touch. On these cold days.
Robert sniffs the air.
Smoky smell. Do you work in a barbecue joint?
That's an odd question. In a way I do, but not exactly.
The one over on 13th Street.
No, a little further down, mate.
Must be a new hotspot.
Yeah, hot, yes, but not new. We've been there a long time. Like forever.
Nice day, isn't it?
I overheard your imploration to the Lord.
Robert squirms and looks away.
You did, huh? Silly nonsense. Forget it.
No, I'm sorry. Requests of this nature are automatically catalogued and cross-referenced. Say what you mean or don't say nothing at all. And we both know you meant it. That was a heartfelt plea, if ever I heard one.
Black slicks back his hair and stares into Robert's eyes.
Who are you?
My job is to help people.
Robert crosses himself.
Are you the Lord?
No, his associate, you might say. Actually, I know the whole family. We were very close once, but things happen. You know what I mean.
Not exactly. What precisely do you do? Do you make wishes come true? Is that what you do?
Certainly is an important aspect of my efforts. Yes, indeed. But for every quid, there's a pro quo. You dig?
You mean if you fulfill my dream and then I return the favor in some fashion?
Oh, what a wordsmith. Must be an advertising guy.
How'd you know?
Lucky guess.
Is your business legal? I don't want any trouble with the law or the Lord.
Please have faith. Now, your full name is Robert E. Mallory. Can I call you Bob?
Bob nods, bewildered.
Bob it is. All right, this does require a contractual agreement, party the first part, etc., etc. But that's later. Who's going to buy a car without driving it? Or a cow?
A contract? Let's forget the whole thing.
Robert rises, and Black also stands.
Your choice, Bob. My name's Nick. Before you walk away, Bob, may I show you something?
Black pulls a laptop computer from under his coat.
I must be on my way. What are you doing with that thing?
Black sits and opens the laptop and hits a button or two.
Oh, 1 second, please. Damned operating system. Excuse me, not a word to be taken lightly, but that Bill Gates, one day he'll fry. There it goes. The program's loading now. Won't be but a millisecond. There.
Robert looks at the laptop.
Wow, that is one beautiful lady.
Let me turn up the sound.
The woman in the computer starts to speak.
Darling, I love you. Bobby, I need your virile body against my soft, yielding flesh. Please hurry. I must have you.
Want to see more, Bob? We have all sizes and shapes. Many, many more, Bob. All for you.
Robert's hands are now in front of his crotch.
I've seen enough.
Robert walks off rapidly.
What happened? Have I lost it? A great prospect. Ah, well, gotta move on.
Black folds his computer, stands, and slides the computer under his coat.
Too quick on the close. Yeah. Should have tried a few trial closes. A little more schmoozing. I'll learn. Hell, I got forever.
Black walks away, then disappears in a puff of smoke. Lights dim. Scene 2. The next day. Black sits on a park bench, and a young man is beside him.
Thank you for sharing your dreams, your aspirations with me. If you can straighten out the muddle, perhaps I can help. Come and see me again.
I just want to be rich. I deserve it. Why can't you understand?
So it's all you. How about me?
The young man rises, shakes his head, and starts to walk off. He looks back at Black.
Crazy bastard.
Young exits. Robert crosses the park and sits on the far end of the bench. Black leans back and stretches.
The sun feels comforting. I'm accustomed to a warmer climate. Bob, is there anything I might help with you today?
What happened with that boy?
You know they're young. They're so selfish. Never fault for others. Never know what they want. Tell them they can have it. They think they can be, must be something better. Not like us, Bob. We can describe in infinite detail our needs. Right, Bob?
Bob rests his arm on Robert's shoulder.
Let me see that computer again.
Sorry, I must ask a few questions first. You're from an era when marriage was automatic, right? How does your wife feel about this?
That woman left 15 years ago. Or was it 20? She surely doesn't care about my behavior.
Well, okay, this is delicate, but I must know for the record. Since then, have you,
Robert stares at his shoes and slowly shakes his head.
I play pinochle with the guys once a week.
Black gives him a buddy hug.
Great! You're a man of principle. I cannot tolerate the other kind.
Let me see that computer.
Black pulls out his laptop, opens it, and hits some keys.
Oh my God, it worked first time. Now what sort of girl would you like to meet today?
The same one.
I think I saved her, I think. Let's see. Ah, yes, here she is.
Black turns the screen towards Robert.
Hello, darling. I'm so glad you're back. I miss you. My body, my heart ache for you. I need you so desperately.
Robert rises on the bench and Black closes the computer.
What do you say, Bob? We got a deal?
Black has a portfolio with a multi-part form showing.
My printer burned up, so we'll have to do this a 20th century way. At least this carbonless is so much better than using carbon paper. Smudges everywhere. And those stone tablets, oh, forget it. So if you'll just sign here, please.
What is this costing me?
Not a thing till you die. Kind of like a reverse life insurance. Think of it like an organ donor card.
Which organ do you want?
Nothing vital. Just sign here. The Lord gets the pink copy. Let me see. The distribution list at the bottom. That's showing earrings up and up and up. Press hard. There's lots of copies.
Black slips a pen into Robert's hand. Robert sucks in his gut and sits tall.
Oh, what the hell?
Robert signs.
Well said.
Black takes the form, packs up the computer and the portfolio.
You'll get the copy after the agreement has been approved by administration. You must appreciate the difficulties of dealing with multi-level bureaucracies. Thank you for the opportunity to be of your service.
How about when?
Oh, perhaps I can conditionally approve your request. You do seem a little anxious.
Please?
After all, there is no time like the present for such a present.
Black gives Robert a two-handed shake and they stand.
My mind was crazy last night thinking about her. I got no sleep. Where are we going?
On the other side of the park, Bob. You won't be long now.
They walk across the park and stop in front of a house.
This is it, Bob. Go in, make yourself at home.
Just like that? Aren't you going to introduce us?
You'll be fine.
Black steps past Robert and opens the door. The interior lighting is dim. Black pushes Robert through the door. A voluptuous couch, soft lighting in the room. Robert walks into the room, removes his coat, and sits upright on the edge of the couch.
Hello? Anyone here?
A woman enters.
Hello, darling.
The woman is wearing a filmy negligee. She ignores his face and stands up and begins to undress him.
Oh, hello. Gosh.
Don't be frightened. You do want me to love you.
Oh, good heavens, yes.
Aren't you uncomfortable wearing all those silly clothes?
The woman removes his tie, his shirt, undershirt, belt, and unbuttons his pants. They slide down to the ground around his ankles. The woman pushes him backwards and Robert falls on the couch. The woman removes his shoes and socks and then pulls his pants off. Robert sits in flowered briefs.
And now, my darling, your fancy shall be fulfilled.
The woman bends down to kiss him, her hands framing his face, her eyes staring into his. She does a double take and stumbles backwards.
Oh my God, you are so old and ugly. I can't do it. Nick, where the hell are you? This isn't going to work.
Black appears.
Hey, here. What's going on? You signed a contract, my sweetie. Remember? Bob is nice. Well, you're right. He has a bad hairline.
I don't care, not him.
Do you know what this means?
Can't we work it out? There must be another way.
Sorry, my dear. Not good for business. Deal's a deal.
The woman exits through the door.
Bob, close your eyes. This won't be pleasant.
Robert covers his face with trembling hands, peeking through his splayed fingers. The woman returns as an old woman wearing a shawl.
Can I get out of here?
Yes, my dear. I am sorry that your dream meant so little to you.
There are limits.
The old woman slams the front door as she leaves. Robert begins to dress.
What happened? How was that? Who was that old woman? She looked familiar.
None of that is of consequence. Look, Bob, let's try the computer again. The next girl will work out. I'm certain.
Black pulls out his laptop. Robert stands, his shirt untucked, his tie hanging loose around his neck.
Never mind.
But Bob,
I'm too old for any beautiful woman to touch without throwing up.
Don't be silly, Bob. Look at this.
Bob bends down to tie his shoes.
That woman, she met you when she was old, right?
Black nods.
And she could regain her youth if she loved me for a few minutes.
Black looks up from his laptop.
Yeah, that's true.
And you knew she was to be my wife.
That's also true.
Robert moves to the door.
Goodbye.
Bob, the idea seems so symmetrical. You know what I mean?
Black tears the contract in half.
See you at the park.
Nope. I'm taking up golf again. Sex is for kids. Golf is for old farts.
Robert closes the door softly behind him. Black sits rubbing his chin.
Golf. Golf! Hey, Bob! Do you know who taught Rory McIlroy everything he knows?
Lights out. The end.
Let's give them all another real big hand. And we'll see you all next time.
Won't say I need you, babe, but I'm gonna get you, babe, and I will not do you wrong. Living's mostly wasting time, and I waste my share of mine. It never feels too good, so let's don't take too long. You're soft as glass, I'm a gentle man. We got the sky to talk.